Kevin Joseph Aloysius Chuck Connors was an American actor, writer, and professional basketball and baseball player. With a 40-year film and television career, he is best known for his 5-year role as Lucas McCain in the highly rated ABC series The Rifleman. Connors was born on April 10, 1921, in Brooklyn, New York City, the elder of 2 children born to Marcella and Alban Francis Allan Connors, immigrants of Irish descent from Newfoundland and Labrador. He had one sibling, a sister, Gloria, who was 2 years his junior. Connors was a devoted fan of the Brooklyn Dodgers despite their losing record during the 1930s, and he hoped to join the team one day. A talented athlete, he earned a scholarship to the Adelphi Academy, a preparatory school in Brooklyn, where he graduated in 1939. He received additional offers for athletic scholarships from more than 24 colleges and universities. Connors left Seton Hall after 2 years to accept a contract to play professional baseball. He played on 2 minor league teams in 1940 and 1942, then joined the United States Army following America's entrance into World War II. During most of the war, he served as a tank warfare instructor at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and later at West Point in New York. Following his military discharge in 1946, the 6'6" Connors joined the newly formed Boston Celtics of the Basketball Association of America. He played 53 games for Boston before leaving the team early in the 1947–48 season. Connors attended spring training in 1948 with Major League Baseball's Brooklyn Dodgers but did not make the squad. He played 2 seasons for the Dodgers' Triple-A team, the Montreal Royals, before playing 1 game with the Dodgers in 1949. In 1966, Connors played an off-field role by helping to end the celebrated holdout by Los Angeles Dodgers pitchers Don Drysdale and Sandy Koufax when he acted as an intermediary during negotiations between management and the players. Connors can be seen in the Associated Press photo with Drysdale, Koufax and Dodgers general manager Buzzy Bavasi announcing the pitchers' new contracts. Connors realized that he would not make a career in professional sports, so he decided to pursue an acting career. Playing baseball near Hollywood proved fortunate, as he was spotted by an MGM casting director and subsequently signed for the 1952 Tracy Hepburn film Pat and Mike, performing in the role of a police captain. In 1953, he starred opposite Burt Lancaster as a rebellious Marine private in South Sea Woman and then as an American football coach opposite John Wayne in Trouble Along the Way. Connors had a rare comedic role in a 1955 episode of Adventures of Superman. He portrayed Sylvester J. Superman, a lanky rustic yokel who shared the same name as the title character of the series. Connors was cast as Lou Brissy, a former professional baseball player wounded during World War II, in the 1956 episode The Comeback of the religion anthology series Crossroads. Don DeFore portrayed the Reverend C. E. Stoney Jackson, who offered the spiritual insight to assist Brissy's recovery so that he could return to the game. He also became a beloved television character actor, guest starring in dozens of shows. His guest starring debut was on an episode of NBC's Dear Phoebe. He played in 2 episodes, one as the bandit Sam Bass, on Dale Robertson's NBC Western Tales of Wells Fargo. Connors beat 40 other actors for the lead in The Rifleman, portraying Lucas McCain, a widowed rancher known for his skill with a customized Winchester rifle. This ABC Western series, which aired from 1958 to 1963, was also the first show to feature a widowed father raising a young child. A few days later, the producers of The Rifleman took their own children to watch Old Yeller, in which Connors played a strong father figure. After the producers watched him in the movie, they decided they should cast Connors in the role of Lucas McCain and make him a better offer, including a 5% ownership of the show. The Rifleman was an immediate hit, ranking number 4 in the Nielsen ratings in 1958–59, behind 3 other westerns, Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, and Have Gun, Will Travel. Johnny Crawford, an unfamiliar actor at the time, former Mouseketeer, baseball fan and Western buff, beat 40 other young stars to play the role of Lucas' son, Mark. Crawford remained on the series from 1958 until its cancellation in 1963. The Rifleman landed high in the Nielsen ratings until the last season in 1962, when it was opposite the highly rated return to television of Lucille Ball on The Lucy Show and ratings began to drop. The show was cancelled in 1963 after 5 seasons and 168 episodes. In 1963, Connors appeared in the film Flipper. He also appeared opposite James Garner and Doris Day in the comedy Move Over, Darling in the role earlier played by Randolph Scott in the original 1940 Irene Dunne, Cary Grant version entitled My Favorite Wife. As Connors was strongly typecast for playing the single father rancher, he then starred in several short-lived series, including ABC's Arrest and Trial, an early forerunner of Law and Order featuring 2 young actors Ben Gazzara and Don Galloway, and NBC's post-Civil War-era series Branded. Connors was nominated for an Emmy Award for his performance in a key role against Type, a slave owner in the 1977 miniseries Roots. In 1983, Connors joined Sam Elliott, Sybil Shepherd, Ken Curtis and Noah Beery Jr. in the short-lived NBC series The Yellow Rose, about a modern Texas ranching family. In 1985, he first guest-starred in the pilot episode which would become a recurring role of King Powers in the ABC TV series Spencer, for Hire, starring Robert Urich as Spencer, with an S, like the poet, and Avery Brooks as Hawk. In 1987, he co-starred in the Fox series Werewolf, as drifter Janos Skorzeny. In 1991, Connors was inducted into the Western Performers Hall of Fame at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City. Connors was married 3 times. He met his first wife, Elizabeth Jane Riddell Connors, at one of his baseball games, and married her on October 1, 1948. They had 4 sons, Michael, Jeffrey, Stephen, and Kevin, but divorced in 1961. Connors married Kamala Devi the year after co-starring with her in Geronimo. She also acted with Connors in Branded, Broken Saber and Cowboy in Africa. They were divorced in 1973. Connors met his third wife Faith Quabius, when they both appeared in the film Soylent Green. They were married in 1977 and divorced in 1979. On July 18, 1984, Connors was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Over 200 close friends attended including his family, and actor Johnny Crawford. Connors died on November 10, 1992, at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles at the age of 71 of lung cancer.